in twice, in once. Holla ballers and a brofist to you all for it's the last Drama Friday because we're going to America. They're going to the land of the brave. Got my freedom shirt on, got my bros behind me. We're saying goodbye. We're saying goodbye to Mr. Pandaria. Saying goodbye to it all. My God, pretty much the last time I will log into World of Warcraft was today before Volunteer Draenor. Mental. Absolutely mental. Like the last time. For many of you, that's going to be like another couple of weeks. For me, it was today. Logged in, sorted all my chars out, sold all the crap in the universe. Bags empty, potions ready, characters stood, raring to go. Ready to get their fucking grind on. Get those levels. I've got 2 weeks time. I've got 11 characters to level. Holy crap. Holy crap. God, that's daunting. But we'll be live streaming, so that's all right. We'll be streaming and chit-chatting and doing all that kind of shit as I sit there and I go through 11 characters doing the same content over and over again. But I'll have 11 garrisons. Oh, 11 garrisons. My God. But my vacation starts the next couple of days. My vacation, my rested time of experiencing what I read and didn't even know was there. Transformers 3D in Orlando, which is apparently one of the best rides in the world. Get hype. Get hype. And then traveling over to BlizzCon, meeting you guys, partying, talking about WoW, and then watching Metallica. So I have some words at the end of the Drama Friday, after the stories, to talk about that, because that's not why you're here right now. You're here for some drama times. You're here for some crazy stories, because we're on the internet. And the internet is full of mental people without boundaries, rules, borders, guidelines, all that kind of stuff. And people tend to go a little bit wonky when that goes down. They go a little bit fucking crazy, don't they? A little bit crazy. So, without further ado, I've picked 2 stories for today. 2 stories. One's longish and great and fantastic and everything is wonderful and beautiful. We have a story called Too Many Chicks on the Raid Team. Can that be a thing? Your opinions. Is it possible to have too many of the ladies? Who knows, right? Who knows? And the guild that couldn't clear Mogashan Volk's 10-man normal. How many of you, is that you? How many of you is that? Who was in a guild that could not clear Mogashan Volk's 10-man normal? Right? That Elegon, right? What a fucking arsehole. You had to go in and then come out and the floor kept disappearing. Oh my God. Wow, this is bullshit, this entire fight. Why is there no floor now? And how was this supposed to see it coming? I bet if you went into an LFR Elegon right now, 2 years after that fight came out, people would still die falling through the floor. 2 years and they still not learn. If that was a rat, they would shoot that motherfucker. If that was a rat in a trap, they'd be like, this can't be real. This guy must know that the cheese is over there by now. It's been 2 years. Surely by now, the rat would know. They would kill, they would poison it. It would just be like, this is like a failed experiment. But humans still can't grasp it. No idea what's going on. Even with a timer and the ability to read that says, floor disappearing in 10 seconds. Now there's no floor and I'm dead. How many of you have seen people who fall through the floor ask for a res? What? What the fuck? Ask for, they're 20 miles below the earth. Res. Right? What the fuck is that? Res me. Res, please! Holy shit! I can't believe people lie at the bottom of that fucking endless pit screaming for a res. What the fuck is that? Holy God! Shit me, people are nuts. Which is why Drama Friday exists! Hey! Thumbs up to those people. So fucking good. So fucking... Battle res, that's the best one. Rest me! Noob healers! And heal me next time. Fuck! Fuck's sake! You're such bad... Oh, I'm in this group with these guys. They're such bad healers, man. Died in like 2 fucking minutes. This fight is bullshit. This fight is bullshit, man. So fucking ridiculous. Right! Let's do... There's too many chicks in the raid. Why not? Let's do it. Let's kick off there. Let's have a good old day. We need some characters. We need a gladiator. Ooh, PvP. PvP. Guarantee everybody at the bottom of that Elegon pit was a PvPer. Oh, I went there. I'm joking. I'm sure some of them are BG players. Female guild leader. Priest. Of course. Need a lady. An officer. Priest. Oh, God. This story's... I didn't even realise this before. The story's called Too Many Chicks in a Raid Team. Half this list is priests. Fucking funny. Okay, we need another priest. DK tank. Nice. A rogue. It says in brackets dick face. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of cliches. We've got a lot of cliches. Another priest. Another priest. Shadow priest though. Lezer. Am I right, guys? Who's with me? Who's with me? I'm joking. Gotta be said. Gotta be said. Right then. Okay, so for the gladiator, who's got a overly butch PvP name? I need something really butch. Like incredibly butch. Bigglesworth. Yep, you will do. Bigglesworth will be the butch. Lady priest. I can't have frosty balls as a lady priest, but I spotted you. Hey Keith, nice to see you as well. We'll go with uranium. Uranium. Another lady priest. He's got a ladyish name. No one's got ladyish. All right, I'm picking pink people. Mush. Mush will do. Male blood DK. Who's red? Siphon will do. You're red. I need a rogue. Who's yellow? Is there a yellow? I don't think so. We'll go with orange. Spanex. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. It looks like I'm saying it wrong, but I really apologize. Spanex. We need another priest. There's no white. We're gonna go with pink for the ladies. Menenias. I'm gonna go with Menenias. And a druid. Orange. Critty kills. Yeah. All right. Right. That's our people. That's it. We're done. Now this was, of course, officially a this story is non-regulation from the start because it's written in Notepad, which is a thing that people do. That Microsoft Word though, Google Docs, y'all. I don't know. Word's a thing. Notepad's a thing. We'll write a story in Notepad for the formatting mainly, and just for we don't want to take up too much memory, do we? That's a thing. We don't want to do that. Okay. Here we go. On the Preacher of Ballers, my story comes from #Team Australia, who are getting their own servers, which is the awesome news of the week. Best news I've heard in a long time. A little background. My introduction to WoW. My friend at school, Bigglesworth, started playing in vanilla. I constantly talked about it at school and on MSN while I was playing RuneScape. Still playing RuneScape. I finally caved in at the start of the Burning Crusade and made several Blood Elf female warlocks. It's very specific to make several of. I made several Blood Elf female warlocks, leveling them all to 6. Getting to Ghostlands and then make a new female Blood Elf warlock. And began to level the one with the nicest hair. Did you not see the character select screen? Or what? It took you 6 levels to assess the hair? That's picky. I'm just going to say. That's picky. You can see the hair probably better than ever you will ever see it in World of Warcraft, just on the character select screen. It's one of the best places to see it, in fact. We use it for our transport competition. It's pretty good. I finally made it, when I found the nicest hair, to level 14. And travelled to Orgrimmar. Spent the 5G I'd scabbed off people in the auction house buying greens. 5 big ones on those greens. I then travelled to the Barrens. 15-year-old me couldn't handle the general chat and kindly asked them to stop with profanity. You're telling me you told Barrens chat to stop swearing is what happened. You did that. That was you. Who was like, can everyone stop Hey, I see you all having a party. Can everyone stop swearing? Please. Because I'm 15. This shit's making me a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. I'm just going to put it out. Just calm it. Just calm down with the profanity. And then you ended up watching my show. That happened, right? Then you ended up watching my show. I apologise. I was ridiculed every time I posted in /1 after that. I kind of feel like you're that guy who's like, it hurts when I do this with my arm. If I do this specifically, it really hurts. I'm serious. When I do this, it really, really hurts. I was ridiculed every time I posted a /1 after that for the next few days. And I couldn't even get a Wailing Caverns group because of how much of a suck I was. They gave you a nickname. It's in apostrophes. You're the suck. You're the suckiest person in the Barrens. Congratulations. Congratulations on earning the title, the suckiest person in the Barrens. That's Team 2. Right there. You know where you're going. You know where your life ends. That bench, though. Right? The suckiest person in the Barrens. Fuck, dude. That sucks balls. I made it to level 38 after just 4 weeks as my game time ran out. Sitting in the Swamp of Sorrows with my Voidwalker, wiping on quest monsters, is my greatest memory of trying to level. Well, nostalgia won't be a problem, let's put it that way. I asked Bigglesworth to help me like he promised when inviting me to the game. Promised. No, he said. You were meant to let me recruit you before you made your... You were only supposed to play this game so I could get my recruiter friend mount. You piece of shit. You fucking asshole. I don't even like you at all. You just happen to have a PC. And I needed someone for a recruiter friend mount. That's it. And you fucked that up. You fucked it up. You fucked it completely. My God. It's the only reason I even spoke to you. It's the only reason I even got your MSN name. Fucker. And you screwed it up. I was shocked. He had never told me to do that. So I quit the game because I couldn't get past level 38. I came back with the launch of the Sunwell with a whole new attitude to the game and made it to level 70 as Wrath dropped. I made it to level 80 after a week or two and then aborted mission until ICC came out. What was your new attitude to the game? To level faster? Okay, sure. Bigglesworth got wrathful glad and offered to carry me in PvP if I came back to the game. I waited for Kata to hit before I started, though. Getting ghosted, chapter 2. Bigglesworth, needless to say, ghosted me. He played 4-2 matches with me through the entire expansion before he left to play 5s. What a guy. I'll carry you in PvP. I played 4 matches with you, right? What more the fuck? What do you even want from me? My God. I don't play 5s. I can imagine, though, if you're not a great PvPer, you know, it's the worst thing in the game. If you're not a great PvPer, the worst thing you can possibly do is play with a good PvPer. Isn't it? It's the worst thing you can do. Because the rage. The absolute rage when you don't do something perfectly is I've never heard worse. I mean, some people get really uptight about their PvE. They take their PvE very, very seriously. And the worst vents I've been in is where there's been a couple of guys doing arena and one of them's not very good. And it's just the worst thing in the fucking universe. It's so bad. It's so, so bad. I decided after that, though, that PvP wasn't for me. Especially if I would turn into that person. It took me until the Firelands to become good enough to raid. I found a nice guild, the name of which I can't recall, that raided just 3 nights a week. And I got along with Siphon, who invited me and trialed me in a Bastion of Twilight raid. Just for this occasion to test my raid awareness. Brackets, I now question it. I passed with flying colours and was 3rd DPS, which they were amazed by. Clear, okay, there's a question for all of you guys. How many of you have taken part in some sort of initiation, ritual, test on your guild trial that's clearly by a guild that doesn't need to be doing that? Because they're nowhere near that good. They look at Method and Paragon, Blood Legion, and see what they do to trial new applicants, right? What is their process? And then some guild who can't kill anything duplicates that process for their new members. Although they're clearly bullshit and have nothing to do with it. It's the same. People moan at me about guild apps, but there are levels of guild apps. I've seen some guilds who have no business making a 5-page guild application process, right? And they don't have enough people to start a 10-man normal. And they have this process. It's like, well, we only want the best of the best. And the question is pretty obvious. Why would the best of the best join a guild that can't raid? Why would that happen? Come on now. Think about it. Think about it. Just 2 seconds while you're making this giant application process. Why would anyone want to do that? I joined the guild website and quickly noticed that the photo gallery was full of photos of women. I instantly assumed the worst. I thought these guys were creepers. I took it to the guild chat and said, "What do you get?" Oh, there's a definite smugness here and a condescension. What do you get out of posting photos of women on the internet? What do you get out of it? I asked. Uranium quickly replied with, I appreciate your concern for our gender, but that would be us. I found out that the raid team was 6 women. 6 ladies. 3 of which were human priests. I should have seen it coming. They were all IRL... Oh, that's bad. Okay. Alright, we got 6 women. We got a 6-women team. 3 of which are priests. They were all IRL friends. And 4 of them worked for the same company in technical support. Now, I don't want to cast aspersions or prejudge. But one of the worst things in the world, in my opinion, is constantly hanging around with people that you work with all the time. Because there's only one topic of conversation. If you start working at somewhere like technical support, not a friend's business or a family business or anything like that. If you work at somewhere like tech support for a business, there is one thing you probably have in common. And that is work. And that's the conversation. And that's not put down to just the ladies or the men. It's just, how many, you've been on a works party, right? Some of you will have been on the works party where it's just about work and slagging people off. My God. Such a drag. Such a drag. Alright, they all work in the same company of technical support. Okay, here we go. Mush was dating Cypher. Oh, we've got 6 ladies and we've got intermingling. We've got Mush, who was dating Siphon. Let me get these names right. Uranium and Meninius were together. They're a couple. They're a couple of ladies together. And Critty Kills was seemingly desperate. Those two, I feel like that was your introduction to the guild. Those two are a couple. Those two are a couple. She's really desperate, okay? Stay away from her. She's the desperate one. I don't know. That's not going to end well at all for anybody. She's really desperate. Stay away from her. We were up to Balrog heroic mode when it all started. Okay, Balrog starts the drama. What a guy. Balrog heroic when it all started. Critty Kills made a joke about the shards of torment looking like a certain toy that she uses on herself. Hey, guess what that looks like? Oh, it's sharp. What? What the hell? It's got sharp edges. Are you sure? I don't think you thought this through. Critty, that's gross, dude. Mush then blamed... Oh, look at the drown that's going on here. Okay. Mush then blamed Uranium for failing at a shard changeover. Ventrilo was silent for a few minutes. We wiped and wipe to the shards, forcibly inserting themselves on the healers. I see what you did there. Well, it does. God. Forcibly, the shards, though. Them shards. Mush and I grew quite close as we continued to romance. Continued quite close as we continued to progress up to heroic Raggy. Started talking regularly and doing things for the guild together while Cypher was at work. The whole time we were raiding. Now at heroic Rag. I had never heard... I've got this name wrong. Sabox. I have never heard Sabox speak. Apparently his microphone was bad. So he never used it. On top of that, he rarely talked in game as well. They all lived in the same city as well. Who is this Sabox? Okay. What does he want? Chapter 3, have your cake and throw. Oh, this mystery man. What's his role in this mystery man? We cleared heroic firelands on our mains and started our farm and alt runs. Still filling the 3-night-a-week raid times. Uranium was seemingly grumpy at this point because Manias had started to take to drinking and had become quite unfriendly to her and the rest of the guild. A drunk! Enter a drunk. There's nothing like raiding with an alcoholic. I've done it. Raiding with an alcoholic is so weird. You don't know what you're going to get. You roll the dice every time you see that name log on. You're like, roll the dice. Crazy. Give me the dice back. Give me the dice. Let's roll again. Nice guy. All right, we'll do that one. That's okay. So you come to raids drunk and wipe us with sloppy play, e.g. on the rag traps. Oh, God, I can't imagine doing Ragnar's heroic drunk. That would suck. Oh, my God. That would be an absolute nightmare. We started wiping on farm runs, which is always the worst. This puts the crack in our eggshell. It all started to unravel. Yelling at us over vent. Mush. Oh, Mush and Siphon were having troubles. It's all falling apart. And she explained to me that she was cheating on him. Oh, crapola. And she explained to me that she was cheating on him with Sabox. That's what he's doing, the shy dog. It's because he's the mystery. You want to get in a girl's pants? Never speak to her. That's my advice to you. You want to get with a girl? Just don't speak to her. Even when she talks to you, just like... And you become an enigma. A mystery. It's not about the opening line. It's just like... Don't talk. Just be like confused. Just be confusing. Yeah? But have a stare. Have a stare. Just give the eyes and don't say nothing. That's what I'm telling you. She cheated with Sabox and didn't know what to do. I told her for the sake of the guild and Siphon, don't tell anybody about it. That's the best advice. That's the best advice. What do you think I should do about this thing that's going to cause a huge drama? Just keep it to your fucking self is what I'm going to tell you. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Just don't say a fucking thing. That's what I think the best advice is for everybody here. Just if you know something that's really going to cause a big deal, just don't say nothing. Just keep it quiet. I didn't care at this point. I just wanted to raid. I don't care. I just want to raid. Don't say anything because it'll fuck up my raiding. Just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself. Good plan. By now I had Critty, Musher, and Uranium on the good book. We've gone to the Facebook. We've took it there. They lived a few hours from me. The guild invited me to a meet-up at their local pub. And I accepted. Would you have accepted? This is like... The situation is set to explode. Right? There's multiple couples. They work together. A hobby together. They're angry. There's a drunk. And a cheater. And the good book on top of that. Do you accept that guild meeting invite? Do you accept that guild invite? I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it well alone. I'm just gonna leave it there. We had a blast at the pub. It was 9 of us because our mage lived on the other side of the country. We got roaring drunk and went back. We went back to Uranium and Sabox's place. Is that right? Yeah. To Uranium and Critty's place. But Manias and the other irrelevant people. Irrelevant people? You don't want to be one of the irrelevant people. But the other irrelevant people went home because they were tired. We smoked a lot of marijuana that night. Surprised I can still remember some of those conversations. But this is where the cracks in our eggshell became Humpty Dumpty as he splattered upon the concrete. We were all gathered around the table outside. And Mush was sitting on Siphon's lap. And Sabox was sitting in the corner, quiet as ever. Oh, he's brooding! What a mystery, man. Brooding. So fucking broody. I was unfortunately seated next to Critty, who was approximately 35 from visual inspection. 35. After an ocular pat down, she was 35 years of age. We started smoking up, talking about ourselves and things we've done with our life for at least an hour. It was getting quite late, but nobody was tired and nobody had work the next day. Some went inside and started playing Mortal Kombat, while Siphon, Critty and I had a nice chat outside. Critty brought up Mush hanging out with Sabox. And how did Siphon feel about it? Okay. Critty strikes me. She was the desperate one. Critty strikes me as someone who has absolutely nothing to say. You know those people, it doesn't have to be a girl, many lads are the same, who have nothing to say at all. If they didn't come to the party, you wouldn't notice, right? You know, those people exist. Some of you might be like that. You don't like interfering and talking. And when there's a quiet moment, panic. Panic ensues! Absolute panic! And the only thing on the top of my mind is, I've got to bring this up. Because that's how I'm going to bring this in. I've got to bring it up. I've got to be the man. I've got to. It's the only thing I know to talk about. It's the only thing I can talk about. Critty didn't listen. Mushy didn't listen to me. She ignored my words of wisdom. We took it to the pinks, IRL. We're going pink. Gathered in close. Get close. Siphon started to get suspicious and brought down the interrogation upon Critty. He knew he wouldn't get anything out of me, like taking blood from a stone. Critty spilled the entire can of beans and soup. Siphon began to brood menacingly. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Siphon then did something I will remember for the rest of my life. He stormed inside. Critty and I tried to stop him from getting angry, but he obviously went to the gym and did not skip leg day. Boom. He threw me to the ground and everyone inside shouted, what was he doing? He walked directly over to Mush, grabbed her by the arms and yelled, is it true? You and Sabox, is it true? Mush looked directly at me. I shook my head to say it wasn't me. Oh, first guy. No. No. Just saying. When this is over, right? Shit's happening now. Let me put it straight there. It wasn't me. So you will throw anybody under the bus at that point. When it's just about to go down. Want me, man. I didn't say a fucking thing. I didn't say a damn thing. I shook my head to say it wasn't me. And then I glared at Critty. And Critty looked like a puppy that just took a shit in the middle of the living room and knew it was wrong. Siphon knew. He pushed her away, turned around to Sabox, and pushed his head straight into the wall. He like the Hulk and Thor in Avengers. Give it one of those. He stormed him outside and I never heard or saw from him again. The others went to the hospital to get Sabox's face looked at. It was me and Critty alone at her house. I know what you're thinking. This is the dream, right? One night stand with a girl from WoW. She was a ham beast. I have never heard a description which is ham beast. I assume it means pig monster, right? If we take the ham out of that and translate that into bacon products, pig and the beast. She was a ham beast. The others were gone for a few hours and it was getting back to being morning. That awkward moment. Only ever happened to me once, gotta say. Right? I've been with my lady now far too long, is what I'll say. So it only ever happened to me once where I was trapped in a situation where there was somebody who wanted to get with me and that was not going to happen. That was not going to happen at all. And it's the worst environment because this sexual tension that's all fucked up. It's all kinds of messed up if you've been in that environment. It's all kinds of fucked up. There's a sexual tension that does not belong at all because it's only coming from one place. It's like a big hot ball of stuff coming for you. And you have to keep walking away and being like not funny and not interesting in any way. In fact, trying to become the most horrible person you can. Oh, God. I decided to try and fall asleep on the lounge. I woke up to Critty trying to get close to me not long after. I politely declined and walked outside. Trains were now running again, so I took the train home. I'm going to get in the train. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go home. I got the train and tried to forget about it and didn't tell Critty I had left. I'm going to go for a smoke outside, all right? I'll be back. Yeah. We're definitely going to get this. You stay here. Take your clothes off. Yeah? Get that hand wallet all prepared. I know you can. I'm just going to pop outside, have a smoke, come back in, brush my teeth like a gent, and then things will get real. Okay? Things will get very real. No, don't come out. You stay there. I'm just going to go out there. I'll be back in a minute. And I did not tell Critty that I'd left. I deleted all of them with the good book and left the guild. Shortly after this incident, though, I finished Dragon Soul Heroic by pugging and got a 2.4k rating with my friend. At the start of Miss, I made my priest and got into a top 10 Oceanic guild, now Team Australia. Got the Realm first, Moksha Vaults, TOES, Heroic clears, missed Heart of Fear by 20 minutes. Oh, that sucks. I then quit the game and rejoined the game soon enough and hated Siege of Orgrimmar. Regretted coming back. Thanks for reading, Preacher, and have a great day. We will. We will indeed. There's nothing like the abandoned ship. I love a solid abandoned ship. A good abandoned ship is going to be the best part of your day. A good abandoned ship. Thank you for your story, Team Australia, and I hope you enjoy your new fantastic realms. Right. Need a Tauren Prot Warrior. We're going to have to speed through this. My God, the time's ticking away. Is this going to be a Mega Drama Friday? We need a Tauren Prot Warrior, a Goblin Warlock, a Pandaren Mistweaver Monk, a Blood Elf, a Priesty, an Orc Rogue, a Boom... So many names. A Boomkin, a Blelf Mage, a Resto Druid, a Blelf Rogue, a Tauren Holy DK. After recently watching The Walking Dead again, and you'll never mind. Doesn't matter. Let's maintain ultimate anonymity. Ultimate anonymity. Right, okay. So, who's brown? Vol'jin. Vol'jin will do. Mr. Vol'jin. You can be Vol'jin. Goblin Warlock, who's purple? Ostrich. We need a Pandaren Monk, who's greeny, kind of. Cranks. Cranks will do. A Hunter, another greenie. Rightly. Rightly will do. Orc Rogue, no yellow, is there? We'll go with Ek. No one's ever yellow. Why are you not yellow? Boomkin, orange. Orange, 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 orange. Division. Division. A Blood Elf Mage, who's blue. Blue, 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 blue. Frosty Balls. I'm just going to go with Frosty. Well, it is you, Frosty Balls. Don't you worry about that. Resto Druid, Team Orange. Latched. Blelf Rogue. Still no yellows. God. Vavu. Vavu will do. And the last one is a Tauren Holy DK, who's red. Chishikaru. I'm going to go with Chish. That's alright with you. Chish will do. Right, we have plenty of names here. Hopefully I don't screw this up. We're very good. Let's get some description of these people while people listen to the message at the end of the spam. Tauren Prot Warrior, GM with an ego the size of a planet. Excellent. Like it. Goblin Warlock, who is a 40-year-old Scottish mother of two. Pandaren Mistweaver Monk, who is a 16-year-old girl. Semi-good player. Nice. Blood Elf Hunter, ex-girlfriend. Ooh, was current during this story. I would have... This is genius, right? It says here, Blood Elf Hunter. Right? Blood Elf Hunter. My ex-girlfriend, brackets, was current during this story. Close brackets. Clicker. Open parentheses. I should have known better. Close parentheses. This is not going to work. You... Whoa, 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 whoa! What are you doing? Are you clicking? Oh, this isn't going to work out at all. This isn't going to work out at all. An Orc Rogue, who's a very skilled troll. Nice. Boomkin, very skilled, very Irish, very drunk. Top lad. Good lad. Blood Elf Mage, Geordie lad. Good stuff. Tauren Resto Druid, late 30s. Nice guy. Decent healer. Blelf Rogue, 17-year-old lady. Loves loot, loves drama. Playing it all right. And a Tauren DK, a 19-year-old attention seeker from Essex. Essex Power. So good. So good. Never date a clicker. Apparently, that's the thing. Never date a clicker, right? So I just like the way you added that into the story. Like, that was important. She was a clicker, and I should have known better. I should have known it wasn't going to work out. The guild name will be The Bandits. The Bandits. Right, okay. I'll bring you a huge mank-flavoured brofist to you from the not-so-far away area of Manchester. Hello, fellow Mancunian. I've been playing WoW since the Burning Crusade. I'd like to share with you a tale from Mr. Pandaria. It regards a cesspool guild I joined on the return to the game after a short break at the end of Kata. Those cesspool guilds, Many of you have clawed your way out of them, but still, we want to know what goes on in those crazy bastards, right? Many of you, I hope none of you here are in a cesspool guild. Maybe you've dropped in randomly from Twitch. Potentially, if you are, we'll get you out of there. Don't you worry about it. We'll get you out of there. Okay. How I met Vol'jin. How I met Vol'jin. I rejoined WoW in patch 5.2 and convinced my girlfriend at the time, rightly, to join as well. She chose a hunter. I tried to convince her that a blood elf priest was her best option, but she wanted a pet. I want to be a hunter. No, you don't. No, look. You don't. You don't. Just listen to me. Look, I love you. Okay, I love you. I love your current girlfriend. Don't. Trust me. Just I know what I'm talking about. Just roll this one. I tried to convince her that a blood elf priest was the best option, but she wanted a pet. Anyways. We leveled with Recruit a Friend. I got a couple of alts and we joined a family guild because the people were nice to us and they were ranked 7th on the realm. We soon learned that this was a Danish family guild. They were really good players, one of whom is still the top prot warrior on the realm on his Tauren. As we got closer to them, they tried to teach us some Danish. I wanted to know simple things, but instead they were just trying to get us to say Danish words and phrases that were near unpronounceable to somebody who can't speak Danish, and laughing whenever we got them wrong. The funniest of which was... Oh. You're just trying to get me to do it. Fuck you, man. You're just trying to get me to do it. Hey, you know what was really funny? Is we used to get teased by getting Danish people trying to get us to say stupid things, right, that we couldn't possibly say. Like this, preacher. Oh, thanks very much. Like I don't see it coming. But I'll do it. I'm not afraid. How much Team Danish have we got? Team Nordic? Maybe you can do this. Okay. The funniest of which was... Rodgrod med flodder. Close, right? Which means red berry pudding with cream. Red berry pudding with cream, apparently. Ha 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 ha. Did I say it wrong? Whoa, why does everybody know it? What the fuck? Close enough, am I right? Close enough. Okay. Everybody, is this like a big Danish joke? Nailed it, 10 out of 10. Woo! Thank you. I'm not going to read any more chat now and just assume I got it perfectly right. It was great fun. Until a member called Vol'jin joined the guild. Only takes one. I told you many a time in our serious conversations. Outside of drama time, where everything's a bit of a giggle, told you seriously, only takes one arsehole. Only takes one arsehole to fuck your guild up. A member called Vol'jin joined the guild alongside Ostrich and Cranks. They came from their old guild, which had disbanded, and wanted to create a new team using new recruits. Our GM and raid leader did absolutely nothing to help this team grow, because, in his words, fuck Team 2. If we joined your guild, can we, use the resources and maybe gather a couple of random socials and then make the guild and, grow? Yeah, sure. Can we have any help? No. Why, Team 2? Honestly, I don't know what more you want me to say. Your Team 2, it'd be weird for me to help you. It would just be people would get the wrong idea. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm sorry. This upset Vol'jin and his raiders, so they left to join their own guild called the Bandits. At the time, I thought it was funny, but after me, and rightly, got less and less raids as the Danish family became bored with 5.2. We decided, let's go crawling back. We decided to approach Vol'jin for raid spots. Had to go crawling back. That sad day. That sad day. Gotta go crawling back. He welcomed us with open arms, and we were quickly thrown into a guild meeting. A guild meeting all sorts of new people. We met Vol'jin, we met Ostrich, we met Cranks, we met Ek, we met Frosty, Chish, and Latched, who were all in a call together. We were invited to join. Yeah, we're invited to join. This is going to be a very welcoming guild. This is going to be great. Everyone is so friendly, hanging around together. Stupidly, I accepted the call and joined their ICC Transmog run. I should have known things were bad when I was their top DPS. I thought it was because I had been a reserve for the second best guild horde side. Obviously, I had gone from being the tiny fish in the big pond to the big fish in the tiny pond. Oh, no. There's an awkward moment where it's like, I know I'm not this good. I'm reserve. I'm the bench warmer. Something's really wrong here. I shouldn't be. I know my limits. I shouldn't be near the top of the DPS meter, okay? This is weird. There's something going on. This hasn't worked out at all. This is bad. I shouldn't be there. No, I'm a reserve. This is all kinds of fucked up. Truth be told, I was more like being a fish in a puddle. Becoming a council member. Firstly, council sounds shit, and you're right. Essentially, it's the GMs getting me to make sure that everyone's happy, and he wanted to be able to say that he had a council. Funny story. When we ran heroics for gear on our alts, I used to roll need on everything. When people would complain, I'd tell them it was council tax and demand I have it. And sometimes that worked. What a dick. That's such a dick thing to do. You owe me items for my presence in this 5-man. You owe me stuff. I'm just saying, it's the tax for having me here. I'm a member of the Officer League, and therefore I am granted certain special rights. You may wonder what I did to obtain this prestigious council title. Well, I was the social council member. My job was to be in charge of all the social events, something Stark has, by the way. It works really well. I earned my rank by declaring that one day I was going to be drinking and that others should join me. That's it. You're now an officer. You told people, hey, I'm going to get pissed tonight. Anybody want to get drunk on vent? Yes. And now you are promoted to officer. What a great day. What a good guild. Nothing says good guild like announcing that you're just going to have a drink and sit around on TeamSpeak and then you get promoted to an officer. That sounds pretty good. They did join me and we had a great time. The next day, after hangovers had passed, I was approached by Vol'jin and he asked if I would be a top council member. Success. I was like, what is going on? In my head I was thinking, what? But like the idea of getting more bank access, of course, and a guaranteed raid spot. All you have to do is get drunk with the guild, guys. You get a guaranteed raid spot. You get fucking bank access, officer rights. That's all you need to do. Another tip. What an educational show we're having today. That's all you need to do. In particular guilds. That won't work overall, I'm just saying. Again, the idea of a guaranteed raid spot should have sent me running to the hills. Go Iron Maiden. Run for your life. But I stayed because my girlfriend at the time really, really wanted to raid. Really wanted to raid. The raid team. I use the word raid very loosely. We did, in fact, raid 3 times a week. We had a team 2, which consisted of our alts and a few socials who couldn't press a cooldown if it was hotkey to every button on their keyboard and they smashed their face on it. Look. Team 2 is not just your alts. That's not what a team 2 is. That's just your alt raid. That's different. You can't call your alt raid team 2. Some people get this very confused when I complain about the general team 2, right? Team 2, if it's just your alts, that's just an alt raid. That's not a team 2. That's just you raiding again. That's all that is. It's nothing else and nothing more. I was a council member, and so was Riley at this point. What did she do? What did she do to get this role? I wonder. I was tanking on my blood DK because I enjoyed both blood and tanking and DPS. She was on her hunter. Due to the fact that I was such a good DK, rank 3 on the realm, I was asked to teach Chish to learn to play so he wouldn't be a liability anymore. Sorry, Chish, it turns out that you fucking suck. I wanted Chish removed from the team because he was horrible. I wanted to make a forum post, a search for people who could actually play. But Vol'jin said that my DK... the wise words of the GM in a cesspool guild. Are you ready for... I'm dropping wisdom on you. I'm fucking throwing wisdom down your throat right now. Cesspool GM wisdom. You ready? Got your notepads? You ready for this? Vol'jin said that my DK skills were unquestionably the greatest on the realm. I don't want to blow your mind or anything, but you are the greatest DK on this realm. And if I had the gear, he was sure I would officially become the top DK on the realm. And because of this information that I'm imparting to you, because of this, you should be able to help Chish become a decent player. How can you argue with that? because you're the best player in the universe. You, in my opinion, as the GM of a cesspool guild, which I remind you is the most important opinion, means that you can certainly train Chish to be better at the game, because you're the best player on the entire server, and I've checked. So there you go. There you go. This made my ego very happy. This made my ego very happy. I accepted the challenge. He bought into it. I love how the words of a GM, it doesn't matter who, can just sway you so easily. I accepted the challenge, turning Chish from an unholy DK doing 20k DPS in 500 item level gear to a DK doing 130k DPS, which should place him at the top of our raid. Since I was in blood, obviously. After presenting the evidence via recount screenshots to Vol Jin, he thanked me for my efforts, and the two of us spent all night chatting on Skype about raiding and transmog. That sounds like an awesome conversation. Sounds like you just had yourselves a private web show. The Stone Guard fiasco. You knew it was coming when it was Mogoshon Vaults. That's Stone Guards. Them Stone Guards, though. We got to the Stone Guards on our first scheduled raid. We had attempted raids to Mogoshon Vaults before, but we always broke up after the first wipe because they were spontaneous. Because they were always spontaneous and never planned in advance. Just throw yourselves at it. It's going to be fine. Just throw yourselves at the Stone Guard. You'll be fine. This was our first official raid night. This is the one where we're going to kill the Stone Guard. I was ready. I was ready. I helped Vol Jin by handing out free pots and flasks to all members. Made sure they had the best food for their class and spec. And we were ready. I was about to start a pull timer when Vol Jin stopped and repeated word for word the entire Fat Boss Guide video. Don't you just play it over thinking, play it over text. I was confused. Everyone said they knew the tactics. I did the test. What's the test for tactics? That everybody knows. The test for tactics. Everybody know tactics? Raid? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Infallible, am I right? History tells us that if you ask a raid, do you all know tactics? Everybody will say yes. Every single person will say yes. And therefore, you will never wipe. In fact, it's a mystery how everybody has ever wiped at all. Because every time I ask the raid, do they know? They say yes. I don't understand how we could possibly wipe. It makes no sense to me. In fact, it's against the average to ever wipe. Because every time I ask, people say they know what's going on. There was no need for Vol'jin to suddenly become the third member of the Fat Boss crew. We wiped countless times because he was such a shit tank. Also, do you remember me training Chish in the ways of the DK? Making his DPS the highest of the team? He went back to doing 20k, making me look like an absolute turd. So obviously, we had a falling out. There's nothing worse than when you try and help somebody. I've left people. In my earlier days, when I used to do like one-to-ones with people, when that was possible. There was only a small period of time it was possible for you to do like one-to-one sort of stuff with people. I would leave people doing really good DPS, and then later on, they would just be like, what happens? I don't know. I have no idea. It just all fell apart. It all fell apart. It all fell apart. I intended to strengthen the relationship between me and Vol'jin with some small talk over Skype. As Ostrich was basically mummy to the guild and was super nice and lovely to everyone, the job came to Vol'jin and I to sort out this raid team, and to do that, we needed to be united. I asked him, what do you think of music? Is this Inroads' music? You know, sometimes when you have a feeling that somebody will like a certain style of music? Well, I was very, very wrong. I expected Vol'jin would be a classic rock kind of guy. Vol'jin, which is ironic, was very much into gangster rap. I've never, not one time have I asked somebody what their type of music was and it's been gangster rap. Not once. Never once have I encountered that. Even when people were into gangster rap, no one's ever said I'm into gangster rap. Vol'jin fancied himself as a gangster. When I replied, cool, I like metal, he seemed curious. Asked me what some of my favourite bands were. When I replied with bands like Trivium and Ailstorm, his mood changed. it appears music wasn't going to be the binding element between us. He said the music I listened to was evil, and that his music spoke the truth about what happens on the streets. Metal is evil. Gangster rap is truth. For science. Gangster rap is truth. He then left the call. You're just a gangster rap because you're an OG? You're an OG? Tupac for life? Totally, man. I believe in the call. Metal, you devil. Devil in heresy. Devil, I'm out of here. I'm into the good words of the gangster rap. I'm into the gangster rap because it's what happens on the streets. It's real, man. Not what goes on in your metal world. It's all lies and devil talk. Backwards spinning records. The troll boss. It didn't go as well as he planned, though, right? It didn't go. Gangster rap is truth. I mean, it's what he said. Gangster rap is truth, and he's the GM. Yeah, GM listens to the truth. He's the GM. Who's going to question a GM? Gangster GM. Who? You? You're wrong. He's a guild master. He's above all of you all people. You're all peons to him. You're nothing. Nothing. The troll boss. 3 years later, we arrived at the third boss, Mokshan Vaults. It was at this point that Ek decided to take his quest to annoy Vol'jin public. He had been tormenting him in /Whisper in small groups for a while now, planting seeds for a clash. What a guy. The long-term troll is the best kind of troll. This happened sooner than anyone expected, though. Ek wasn't doing much, just little things like macroing emotes like slaps Vol'jin in the face on all his abilities. I thought this was funny, especially after we had a couple of wipes. However, the real laugh on my ass moment came after the wipe. What was really funny was the fact that Vol'jin thought that Ek was typing in emotes really fast instead of clicking his abilities. It was at this... He doesn't use macros or anything. He thinks he's going like... I don't know, what class was that? I can't remember what you were, Ek. I'm sorry, I can't remember. He thinks he's like going... let's say he was DK. Obliterate, slaps in the face. Obliterate, slaps in the face. Halley Blast, slaps in the face. It's at this point... It's at this point that both me and Ek realised that Vol'jin was a clicker. Vol'jin was a clicker. Like kind, considerate players, we tried to educate him. When we tried to tell him that you're meant to use keyboards, he went crazy at us, saying he didn't use hacks. I don't use hacks. I've got my mouse. I'm not using hacking fuckers. Hacking fuckers. Ek whispered me asking me to join in. And obviously, having revealed this information, I accepted. How can you not? How can you not join in at such a wonderful moment? The previous week, when Vol'jin got extra angry over people not stacking in the anti-magic zone, when he called it, I threw him a /hug because of the first time I thought his rage was justified. The emote, however, really annoyed him. So when I decided to join in with the emote spamming, it was obvious what emote I would use. I macroed /hug to my taunt, brackets dark command. Thank you. And this combined with X slapping made Vol'jin enter a whole new level of rage. Telling us to use our mice like normal people. You're the ones doing it wrong. Right, you hackers? Normal people use their mice. Yeah? Why don't you stop fanning around on your keyboard and start clicking your spells like you're supposed to be? You're wiping the raid, is what I'm telling you. You're wiping the raid with your keyboard antics. You're causing all kinds of problems. This is just unbelievable. You're slacking. You're slacking. Telling us to use our mice like normal people. Ostrich tried to defend me, saying that I was cute and it was just a bit of fun. When she left to grab a drink, though, Vol'jin started shouting at us again for using our keyboards. This was the point when Division and Latched, not heard of them before, Division and Latched spoke up, saying that they used key bindings, and the majority of good players use key bindings. Vol'jin got even more aggressive. He called the raid off. That's it. It's over. He called the raid off and blamed Ekanai for ruining the raid by using hacks to control our spells with keys. No joke. He literally thought we were cheating by using key bindings for our abilities. That's it. You're all out of here until you start clicking your spells. That's it. It's over for all of you. This raid is done. Done. No more raiding until everyone clicks properly. Right? Until you start clicking effectively, you're out. You're gone. Our shenanigans caught the attention of Vavu. She invited us to help her annoy her 14-year-old. Help her annoy the 14-year-old of our group. Oh, not the 14-year-old, called Frosty. He was madly in love with her, and she just wanted to play a rogue. He bought her a sandstone drake with money he borrowed from Vol'jin. Can I borrow money to buy a gift? Vol'jin didn't even like Vavu. She was only in the guild because Vol'jin thought... What's he called? Thought that Frosty was cool. And he knew how Frosty felt about Vavu. Frosty couldn't understand why she didn't like him, even though he'd bought her a sandstone drake. I don't get it. Bought you a drake? Be with me forever. Please. Not a stand. She kept telling him that she wasn't interested. Ekanai kept telling him that she wasn't a lesbian. Ekanai kept telling him that she's not a lesbian. And she sees him as a girl because he's playing a female blood elf. She can't be with you because you are a girl in game and she's not a lesbian. Science, right? That's why. That's what it is. That's what's going on. We didn't think he'd even take this seriously, but we were wrong, and he approached her with this information. To our surprise, Vavu was pretty cool and didn't give up the game. Like a true baller, she carried it along. She told him how she sees him as a girl, because when she talks to him in game, all she sees is a female character. That's why. All I see. He even debated paying for a character gender change, but he couldn't use his mum's credit card. But you don't understand. This will get me laid. This will get me laid. It'll solve all my problems. Please, Mum. He asked Vol'jin if he could re-roll a new character. I want to re-roll and still raid. Please let me re-roll. Vol'jin said no and asked why he wanted to re-roll. I don't know the exact details of the private conversation, but I can guess he gave us up because Vol'jin shouted at us for trying to get him to re-roll. Busted. To be honest, I have no idea why Frosty was in the team. He was a Frost mage. I am level 520. He spent all of his time spamming Frost Firebolt. He had no idea why his DPS was so low. He used no cooldowns. He literally used nothing other than Frost Firebolt. Every time I brought it up, offered to teach him Frost Mages, he declined. I sent him guides from Icy Veins to Elitist Jerk to tell him why he's doing wrong. He said they were too confusing. Too much information. I sent him your videos, hoping that you could talk some sense into the guy. He then asked what reforging was. What? He then asked what reforging was, decided it was too confusing, and gave up on it. I'm not reforging anything. Well played, Frosty. What is this reforging? Well, you take one stat that you don't like, and then you change it into another one. But there's also, you got to bear in mind things like hit caps, right? So you want to aim for the... Nope. Frosty says no. Frosty says no. No thanks. It's only a game, lol. It's only a game, lol. Right? I don't need to do all that shit. It's only a game, lol. It's only a game, lol. Vol'jin thought this was okay. Sure, don't worry about reforging. At least he attempted to get better. He tried. It was the effort that counted, right? Good on him. Good on Frosty. GM says it's alright, at least he tried. But this did not sit well with me. I refused to let this drop and demanded that Vol'jin either make the slackers in our raid group learn at least the basics of their class or be removed from the team. Vol'jin disagreed. I disagree. Saying that I needed an attitude adjustment. At least Vol'jin knows what guild he's got, right? You're upset because you want more, but you joined a cesspool guild. Who's really at fault here, right? Come on. You're the one who's in the wrong place. Don't put that on them. They're happy. Reforging's too much. Learning about your class is too much work. Don't want to do that. I want to go in, I want to wipe, and say I'm a raider. That's what I want to do with my time in World of Warcraft. I want to do whatever I want. And you are trying too hard. Yeah? I just want to do whatever I want to do. You need an attitude adjustment. I agree with Vol'jin. You are doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. This was the moment that I plotted my departure from the guild. I was on a low pot realm, and I only stayed in the guild for the after raid calls, in which a few of us would have a good chat and get drunk. I decided the raids would be useful from this point. I began making notes on who were the ones that bothered to learn tactics and who was the ones that had the most patience and who were the ones who would back me up against Vol'jin. I assume you could write that list in about 5 minutes once you decided to do it. Spirit Kings and being a badass DK. I think we know where this is going. This is one of my prouder moments in WoW. Shouldn't be, it's a DK. Blood DKs. Fuck y'all. The guild team somehow managed to kill the troll boss and progressed onto the Spirit Kings. After Vol'jin's 15-minute explanation of the tactics, because Frosty didn't bother to learn them, we pulled. Instantly, Frosty died. Frosty died. What is this? Does it... Everybody... Hey. Pretty much most of you here have got into the Spirit Kings and just died. Especially on LFR. LFR is the worst place for Spirit Kings, especially for a good DPSer. It is dangerous to be a good DPSer on Spirit Kings LFR. It's really dangerous because you are stood on your own in front of that boss and like, where is everybody? Why am I... Oh god, I'm dead. Right? You've fucking been there. You've been like, you've raided it, you've done heroic mode, you've done normal mode. You know how this shit works, right? We all run and we stand in front of the boss. It's not fucking hard. It's how the boss works, right? And then the pull comes up and you run up and you stand there and you're like, ready! And then suddenly you're dead. Fuck! Fuck it. Fuck everything. Fuck everything. Because YOLO. I suppose so. Oh god, I would never... I'm fucking not doing it. I'm not doing it. Yeah, been there, done that. Been there, done that. We pulled and instantly Frosty died. Division. Division then unleashed the full fury of an angry boomkin upon Frosty. Division couldn't stand him. Division had been a balanced druid since forever. He had played balanced non-stop, knew it inside and out, and was bloody good at it. He was infuriated that somebody would dare come to an organised raid and act the way he did. The funniest thing about his rant was that his microphone had a noise control feature that couldn't be turned off. So when he would shout in the microphone would keep lowering the volume until you couldn't hear him. Then it would reset in 2 or 3 seconds. You'd have a full volume. You motherfucker! Why are you doing that to me? Piece of shit! In a full volume, a still Division screaming at Frosty. Amongst my laughter, I agreed with Division and said that it's unfair that Frosty is holding us back. The people who want progress back. To the people who want progress. Vol'jin told us to shut up and called for Frosty to be rezzed. Res him. Latch res Frosty. Not because Vol'jin asked, but because he was the only person with bloodlust. Oh! You got your bloodlust tied up in this guy? He's your bloodlust. The time warp is within him. Number 1, baby. I don't even have to learn tactics. Bloodlust, bitch! Bloodlust. Bloodlust. Go Reforge. Nope. Bloodlust. I got the bloodlust. I got the bloodlust. You need to res me. You need to res me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your tactics. Res me, because I'm the bloodlust guy. Woo! It's so good. And you know what? I am never bloodlusting at the start of a fight, because I'm going to die. So I'll bloodlust later on, when I feel like it. Woo! I thought it was just an excuse because Frosty had barely ever clicked time warp. You know why? He's never going to get rest if he dies. It's in his best interest not to cast it. It's in his best interest not to cast it. Fuck you. He knows one thing. You needed to cast that spell at some point. So you go, Frosty, time warp. He's like, fuck you. No. No. Because then when I die, you won't res me. So fuck you all. And sometimes you're just not even going to cast it, right? Keep you guessing. Keep your mind right? If I survive a fight, you're not getting it. If the combat res is used, then you can have it. If it wasn't Frostfire Bolt, he didn't click it. The group managed to survive Phase 1 without any more casualties. But as soon as we transitioned into Phase 2, we lost Vol'jin and Frosty again. Oh. Airkin Division popped all their cooldowns and bursted as hard as they could before eventually their deaths came. But now it was just a few of us left. Vol'jin was screaming at us to wipe, so he could try again. He thought I was wasting time. As a blood DK, I disagreed. Everyone currently alive agreed with me. I told Vol'jin to shut up, and we carried on. We made it through another phase. Upon the start of the other phase, though. Oh, your girlfriend was there, though. Rightly and Cranks also died. Vol'jin again shouted at me, telling me to die so he could restart. Not happening. Vavu and myself managed to get the boss to 40% before Vavu took too much damage and vanished, hiding in the corner. Good rogue! Nope. I'm going to die. I'm going to go hide in the corner. At this point, I was alone against the boss. Every death strike was perfectly timed. My cooldown usage was perfect. I had Vol'jin screaming down his microphone at me to die, so we wouldn't waste any more time. My reply was the same as it had been for the past 3 minutes. Be quiet. I am DK, and I cannot die. Boom. I think everybody here remembers the intro I did to the Blood DK videos at the start of Mr. Pandaria. Taken from the Avengers. The boss reached 3% HP. And Vavu came out of stealth to help me finish the boss off. What a rogue! Was there at the same time. So good. When it died, I just sat at my PC and turned to face Rightly with the cheesiest grin on my face. After a few moments of silence in the call, Vol'jin finally said, "Good work, guys. I knew you could do it." The smugs. You get all the smugs at that point. The smugs of being a blood DK. Yeah, that rogue though. 3%. Alright, I'll have a go. Come on then. He then proceeded to Elegon, where we wiped until I decided it was time to leave the guild. I couldn't just leave alone though. I need the best players of the guild to leave with me. I grew close to many of the guild members. Mostly Latched, who I had not spoken to much before. We enjoyed many chats. He was about 15 years older than me and gave me life advice. I enjoyed the chats. It was nice to talk to somebody about something different. After the two of us got closer, I opened up to him about my displeasure with the guild. He shared my issues and thought they could be solved within the guild and tried to convince me to stay. I told him how Frosty Balls was annoying me. He was annoying me. Vol'jin had given me the ability to kick people. I'd used it before on dickheads in the guild, but he told me I could not kick Frosty. On one hand, I understand he didn't want his friend kicked without him being brought into the picture. On the other hand, why give me the ability to kick people if you didn't trust me to use it correctly? He did. He told you not to kick him. That's flawed logic, friend. He said, yeah, you can kick people. Don't kick him. Quite specifically. That wasn't the main problem with this scenario, however. What made it really bad was Frosty knew this. And he would constantly wind me up about it and then say, oh, you're going to kick me? But I got the blood list. Oh, you're going to kick me? But you can't. Because I got the blood list. I got the blood list. Yeah. One day I was talking to the raid team. Except Frosty, Vol'jin, and Chish about this. Latch came up with an idea. If he goes crazy again at me, I should just kick him and send Vol'jin a mail. In-game mail. And if he wants to invite, that's okay, but he's been horrible to the guild. The co-GM Ostrich agreed. I said this was a great idea. Later that day, of course, Frosty was being a prick again. He was irritating me for about half an hour when I snapped and kicked him from the guild. In the call, there was cheers of joy and laughter. Oh, so good. Division was over the moon. That night, Division, Latch to myself, relaxed on Skype without the irritating voice of Frosty to ruin our peace. How dare you remove Frost from the guild? He's been my friend since Kata. You don't even know what we've been through. You don't even know what me and Frosty have been through. You don't even know. Vol'jin wasn't happy with my actions. I was removed from the guild instantly. This sparked mass rage at Vol'jin and people demanded that I be reinvited and have my rank restored. Vol'jin then decided he was going to leave the guild then. Then I shall leave. Okay. That empty threat though, when it doesn't work off, then I'll leave the guild. Alright, that's fine. And make Ostrich the GM. Ostrich then reinvited me. Oh, and asked me to come back and be co-GM. This upset Rightly. She didn't want me to outrank her. Oh my god, really? IRL? You're an officer? You're co-GM? Remember, it was his girlfriend. Rightly, she didn't want me to outrank her. I think she thought it would come between us. This is gonna... You're a higher World of Warcraft guild rank than us. This is gonna tear us apart. This is gonna tear us apart. This is our relationship. You're putting our relationship on the line if you accept this. If you become a co-GM, this really puts a knife between us. This is a wedge. This is a wedge, right? Isn't it? You don't see that? You don't see it? This is... This didn't even end up mattering because the day of the switch, Volsha decided that he would just keep the guild for himself and kicked everyone else. On this day, most of us left and created our guild together. All the players that I advantage left after Ek announced our departure. We offered a place to the good ones, but some wanted to stay. A division chose to stay because he'd been playing with the others for a few years. Looking back at 6.0, my guild is dead. The realm just couldn't survive any longer. It's now just the original group of us who left that original guild, joining pugs and playing other games together. That's cool though. I still play my D game from time to time, but I play a new character every now and again. And I'm in a top chord guild on my dead realm. I'm kidding. I hope to have much fun in WoD, and hopefully a little less drama. I'm sure you will, my friend. What a lovely story. That was awesome. I was going to say some stuff, but it's running really late, and I want to go and see my son before he goes to bed. So I will do it on a video, which will be coming out on the day I leave for America. Thank you so much for tuning in. There's no Drama Friday for the next 2 weeks, because I'm in the US. And then Warlords of Draenor is coming, but we will still have a Drama Friday during Warlords of Draenor. Why not? I will talk to you while you play, no doubt. That's what's going on. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. I hope to see you. I will see you again soonish, but not too soon. I'm going away. All right. Yes, there will be meetups. I will release a video. It'll be on the channel. Don't worry about it with all the meetup information on it before I leave. Have a great weekend, guys. Have a great couple of weeks. For me, Mr. Pandaria is now done. You will join me in 2 weeks, but for right now, it's over. Done with. The characters are ready to go. Hopefully the next 2 weeks you guys can get your characters ready to go and be ready for that big Warlords launch. I will see you again live in Warlords of Draenor. Other than that, I will be at BlizzCon. Look out for pictures, all that kind of stuff. Follow. Your best thing is to follow on Twitter. We'll be putting information out on there, especially if you're in Orlando or you're going to BlizzCon in terms of the meetups. 2 meetups coming up. Okay? 1 in Orlando. Probably on International Drive, right? I'll give a place. And the next one at BlizzCon. Twitter is the best place to find information. I will also release a video on the channel so you can check that. Other than that, bye-bye, friends. Have fun. I will enjoy my vacation. Hopefully. See you later. Bye-bye.